much more recent photomontage work, and delighted to do that. Thank you. Well, the reason I started was very personal, so I won't get into that. But it was also a question of financing. I was looking to do what would have been for me a relatively big budget movie, and the financing just was not happening. And I decided to do a very small video film that I thought would be amusing for me and half a dozen other people. And it just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and it wound up being Rock Hudson's Home Movies, which was over an hour. I guess it's feature length, right? It is. Yeah. And it was very successful for me. That's probably not been shown much in Spain, but it was very, very widely shown in America. I found it was a very interesting form for me to work in. Basically, it was taking video clips and kind of examining the political and cultural and social meanings of scenes from films that were made for completely different reasons. They were made primarily as entertainment and pretend that they have nothing more serious to say than just entertaining the audience. But I think we know now, we should know, and even then, when I made the film almost 20 years ago, that films do also, they also kind of encapsulate the values, the morals, the sentiments, the feelings, the emotions, and the political attitudes of the times that they're made in. After I made Rock Hudson's Home Movies and had what for me was a very unusual success with it, I thought, well, this is an area to continue in, and I read at the time that Jodie Foster was going to do a biography of Gene Seberg with her, Jodie Foster, playing Gene Seberg, and I said, no. You know, to Jodie Foster, Gene Seberg was just a historical figure. And Jodie Foster majored in French at Yale University, so she thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun if I played a woman speaking French? And probably her accent was a lot better in French than Gene Seberg's French accent. So I said, no, I mean, Gene Seberg kind of had a very special place in my film-going experience because she was a few years older than me, and I remember very well the publicity campaign for St. Joan when they were looking for a fresh new face, and Otto Preminger interviewed 18,000 women around the world to play St. Joan, and then he picked Gene Seberg, and who was really totally unknown, and then the movie was a huge flop, and then she was adopted by Godard, and you know, the rest is the story we know about Gene Seberg. And I said, no, I'm going to have to do this before Jodie Foster gets her hands on it. It's not the best reason to make a movie, but it'll do. You know, it's okay. There are worse reasons. I knew a friend of a friend was doing the research for Jodie Foster's film, and she told me that Jodie Foster had ultimately decided to drop the movie because Gene Seberg's life was so sordid in a way. Like she just thought, oh, you know, nice American girl goes to France and becomes a movie star, but you know, like with drugs and alcoholism and suicide attempts and many lovers and failed marriages, and so Jodie Foster decided not to do it. So I'm okay with that. When the film was shown in San Francisco, I had a TV interview, and the woman interviewer was she has a program on movies. So she told me movie crazy. She said, oh, you could do one on John Wayne, you could do one on Errol Flynn. And I was thinking, yeah, but why would I? I mean, the point of both the Rock Hudson movie and Gene Seberg was that both of them reasons that were outside of their star, outside of the fact that they were Hollywood movie stars. It was a way of taking a look at social and political situations of the times in which they were in movies, and reflecting on them years later when I was making the movie. So, like doing something similar about Errol Flynn is of no interest to me, whatever. By which I don't mean to make it sound like, boy, these are political movies with a real meaning. I mean, it's just, both films analyze the context in which the movies were made, and this kind of double vision, the vision that they had when they were making the movies, the vision that we have seeing them in retrospect, and everything that happened in between. And then, as a result of these movies, I was invited by the Jewish Museum in New York. They were doing a series called, a show called Jews in Entertainment, which is like axiomatic. I mean, it's like a redundancy, right? We'll pass by that for now. And they asked me to do a film about John Garfield, which, whom I didn't know very much about, and it didn't much interest me, but I thought, okay, well, this, I'll do this. And then I started looking at John Garfield's films, and he was a very, very interesting actor who also had a very interesting political and social background. He was, for example, he was like the first Jewish movie star in Hollywood who acknowledged being Jewish and actually played Jewish parts, mostly after World War II. And that was kind of an interesting thing for me to work on as well. And originally they wanted a very, very short film. They said, well, how about 1 minute? And that's like 1 minute. That's like the Groucho Marx thing, saying, hello, I must be going. I mean, what can you do in 1 minute? Say, hello, this is John Garfield, goodbye now. So I said, well, I think less than 5 minutes, it doesn't make any sense. So I said, okay, 5 minutes. And then I had so much material, excuse me, I had so much material, I said, well, this has to be longer than 5 minutes, and I made my own version. It's 9 minutes, and that'll be shown here too.